Happy Sunday, guys. Hope you're all doing well out there on this beautiful Sunday afternoon when in reality it's actually not so beautiful. It's about, 35 degrees. It's now getting pretty cold here in Jersey, guys. It's actually looking like it's about to rain, maybe even. It's actually a bit cloudy out there. But either way, we have football to watch today, stocks to break down, and a week to get ready for, which in this video, we're going to break down Palantir like you all can see here on the screen. We're going to go over the charts, my thoughts, and we'll break down the financials in this video as well. So make sure you all stick on throughout, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, make sure to follow me on X as well if you want to, at Stocks Talk Stocks, link down below. And with that being said, cheers, let's dive right into the video. So you all probably know at this point on Friday, we had not so great of a day for Palantir. You all can see here it went down about 2.5%, but earlier in the morning we saw a pretty much cliff dive on the stock. I mean, this thing went under 19 bucks per share when earlier in the pre-market that same day on Friday, it was almost at 20 bucks per share. So we were at 1976 to be exact right here. You guys can see if I zoom in. And again, we dropped all the way to 1893, which was a move of 4%. So we did see a lot of selling in the morning on Palantir, and then it kind of just coasted for the rest of the day at about $19, $19.20. It went down 2.5% on the day on Friday, and on the 5-day 5-minute chart, you guys can see it's been slipping for the past couple of days. You guys probably remember that at this point. 1, 2, 3 days of trading pretty much. It is down a good, 12, 13%. So it's in correction territory. And on the 4-hour chart, you could make a serious argument that Palantir has more downside to go. Although the RSI here at the bottom, you guys can see is now getting more oversold. I feel like I kind of agree with the first thing I said. There could be some more downside in the very short term, which honestly might be healthy before we do start getting buyers to come in or consolidation or anything of that, sort, right? So let's see what Palantir does, guys, here in the $18 and $19 window here on the 4-hour chart, like we've covered before here on the channel. This is going to be very interesting, and probably this week we have a full week of trading where we're going to get some, some more confirmation. Let's put it that way. So let me actually draw this out so you can get more of a visual here. Boom, right here. You guys can see right in this window, 1775, 1750 as support roughly on the lower end, and maybe 1850, 19 bucks. Let's see what the bulls end up doing this week. Do we give back more of the gains, or do we get consolidation? Time will tell. Make sure to subscribe because, again, we're going to cover all this here on the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. And we talk about other stocks, the stock market in general, news, all of that good stuff. So if you like that type of, content, this is the spot for you guys. So that's a quick rundown here on the charts, guys, on the 4-hour time frame on Palantir. And you all know at this point on the 3-year chart, we've covered this before. Now that we broke over $21, a couple of days ago, we essentially breached into the next range here, as I like to say, which is between 20 to 21 bucks as the support, and resistance at about $28, $29, which that was the range this stock traded in all of 2021, which again, we've covered this time and time again. Look at that, pretty much all year in that range. Then we broke under it, got the $586, and now we're starting to get back over it. So in the longer term here, in the next 3, 6, 9 months, I'm going to be looking to see if it breaks back over that range. I mean, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but in the very short term, in the next couple of days, we might see a little more red. That's kind of what I'm thinking before we do get a little bit of consolidation. Maybe. We'll see. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. For all we know, we could rip tomorrow. I mean, or on Tuesday, right? We could rip, past 21 bucks again. Time will tell. And of course, we'll do all the updates here on the channel, guys. So that's a quick rundown on the charts. And let me do a quick refresher here on the financials, guys. Haven't covered these in a while. Some brief stats about the company. So Palantir right now is sitting at a 41 billion market cap. So of course, as the stock has gone up a lot over the past couple of weeks, I'm not sure if you all knew, you probably do know, that Palantir was at 13, 14 bucks, I think earlier in November when the company reported earnings. And now it's at 21. It was at 21.80. Now it's at 19.20. So that market cap has made a major move. What was it? Like 34, 33 billion, something like that, 35 something. I forget exactly, but now it's over 41. It's almost at 42 billion market cap. And the beta, of course, which compares essentially the volatility to the overall stock market, it's very volatile. 2.7 is way above 1, which is kind of the baseline, right, in layman's terms. So 2.7, way more volatile than the market. Then you have some stocks, I think like Philip Morris or maybe some of the tobacco stocks, Altria, I believe, they have a beta of under 1. Look those up. I'm pretty sure those have a beta of under 1. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Either way, their PE ratio, guys, is a 274 right now, which is just unreal. I know the value investors out there, I'm laughing as I'm saying this. It's funny. They're probably crying looking at that PE ratio, 274. But hey, that's what it is. Trailing 12 months, excuse me, guys, as their EPS is 7 cents, right? You guys can see that right here that I'm highlighting. So the way you calculate that, in other words, is listen to what this is: price to earnings. So you take the price of the stock. That's one way to do it. Price of the stock, $19.20, divided by the EPS in the last year, which in this case is 7 cents. So that's how you do it in layman's terms. One way to do it, and that is what comes out to be the 274. So take 1920. Let's do it together right now. Let me pull it up on the calculator. It should be right around 7 cents. So 1920 divided by what was it? 0.07 equals 274. Yep, 29. So that's what it is. So that PE again is having the value investors jumping up and down right now, screaming, crying in their pants, but it's just, it comes with the territory, right? And this happens with companies that really just went profitable, which Palantir is now becoming profitable, and their EPS is still very teeny tiny, which in this case, it still is obviously very tiny. So it could be skewed. I mean, we'll see. Once Palantir becomes more and more profitable, that PE will start to come down a bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, guys, in terms of their profitability there. And let's break down this quarterly balance sheet. Of course, you all know if I pull up the annual, let me actually make my big old head a little bit smaller there. There we go. If we pull the annual up, of course, they're growing revenue very nicely. You all can see here on the top line, right? We can see $740 million in 2019, $1.1 billion in 2020, 1.5 in 21, 22 was almost $2 billion. Now trailing 12 months, $2.1 billion. And yes, we have slowed down a little bit in terms of growth, but I believe we will see a revamp. That's not guaranteed, obviously, but that's a theory here. Of course, a lot of you probably think that as well. So we'll see if we get more growth. I think we will, but the growth has been pretty nice over the past couple of years on the top line there, guys. And again, they're slowly becoming profitable. EPS is slowly starting to go green, guys, which is good. And on the balance sheet here on the annual, we can see total assets, $3.4 billion, pretty much right there in that ballpark, 3.46 to be exact, with total liabilities at $818 million there, you guys can see. So if we break that down a little bit more, current assets, $3 billion, guys. Current liabilities of $587 million. So their current ratio is well over 1, which is what I look at. It's actually at 5 or 6, which makes sense considering the company they're in. We've seen this, in comparable companies to Palantir, right? The industry they're in, excuse me. So yeah, keep your eyes on that current ratio. If we look at their cash equivalent, short-term investments, $2.6 billion, and their, again, current liabilities are at $587 million. So if they wanted to, they could pay off all their current liabilities, debts due in the next 12 months with their cash. They could take some of that cash and still have over $2 billion of cash. if they wanted to. But of course, there's probably better places for Palantir to put that money or to keep it aside for than paying off their debts, which obviously they're doing over time. But if they wanted to lump sum pay the debt, it might not make sense. Again, it might be just more useful for them to use that cash somewhere else. So that's a quick breakdown here on the financials, guys. Maybe we'll do another video going deeper, maybe into their most recent quarterly report, just to do some more analysis on some recent numbers for the company. But I guess that's it for this video, guys. Again, most important thing here on the charts, watch out for the 4-hour chart here. You got to watch and see what it does in this channel. Yes, we're uptrending, very obvious. But, we could be seeing a little bit more downside before we get that rebound. Potentially, we'll see. Nothing's guaranteed. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, and you must do your own research. Please do your own research and due diligence. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. And if you want some free money for a moo, why not, guys? Use that link down below. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat, each up to $2,000. And guys, listen to this. Fund your account at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. So use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.